Um, I'm just waiting for people to get in here. I know that I'm usually in a jovial mood but or I'm usually like but it's been a lot. I'm just waiting for people to get in here. The call-in line is open. It's 1-800-743 1179. Let me make sure I have the cord. Okay. If you would like to call in, let me make sure I have. Okay. Hold up. Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure I have everything set up so if people decide to call in, you see the title. You see we are still collecting donations for Rich Long. That is CASHAPP maddpop, maddpop, for Free Rich Long. You can also continue to donate to Rich Long's Keeping People Warm. That goes to helping disenfranchised people, especially the homeless and the many, many, many veterans that are out there in the cold. I'm eating. This is like the first thing. It's about after 2:00. This is like the first thing I have eaten today because it's been a very stressful morning. And as you see, we still push through. My company, Pop Records, you can find at www.maddpop.com. We produce the shows that you see, not only on this station, but for a couple channels. And as you see, Ashton Smith, her show, Keep Swimming, we produce that. We also, of course, produce the Godmother podcast, which I'm the host of. So we've been very busy. Also, if you guys heard the freestyle that I did to Keep On Moving, that actually was something that was in my mind to do for like about a week or two before I actually did it. I actually wrote the lyrics down. I knew what section of the song that I was going to use, and I just never recorded it. And I just said, I think it was the weekend or something, and I just said, let me just put this down. And you see the title. If you go to the last live about Rich Long, you'll see that I at the end of that live, I've started talking about people who have now targeted me. And I've said that the whole time because we said this whole time that it's other works at hand and other things going on. So we definitely need your support. We definitely need you to continue to donate, not only for Rich Long in prison and helping him there, but we also need you to help. We need to relocate Rich. We need to do a lot of stuff. And thank you for his family. His family has been reaching out to me, cousins, everything. And we have like a list of people that we update. Not only do we try to come online and do it publicly, we actually do try to call his family and let them know what's going on. they call on a regular basis, even family that's, I didn't even know until he came up here that he has family here in Jersey, you know what I'm saying? So everybody's calling, like, what's going on and what can we do? How can we help you? Um, so thank you for the support and everyone who continues to donate and support Rich through this time. You know, he needs everything. He needs everything. And like I said, not only is it for making his stay and in this situation a little bit more tolerable, but also putting funds together to get him out of this situation. You know, this is nothing that, you know, this person wants to keep reliving, or, you know. And thank you to Ashton if you see her show. And as we do, we get guests, we connect. And Ashton, she's been such a great person, and she's always networking. So we always have new people to connect with. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, you know, just keeping things going by continuing to connect with different people. Well, you see the title. As you know, I started talking about, and I'm not going to cry this, you know, I just made it a point. I said, I'm not going to cry. I'm just going to, you know, do the best I can and just put this out there as I can, and then just leave it as it is. Okay. And so that's what I'm going to do. Because before I came online, I was just like, really like boo-hooing and, you know, just um because we as Black women, we go through so much. Okay, we go through so much, and to feel like you just not being heard, even when things are right in front of your face, even when things are you know, evident and obvious as day, people will still sit up there and say the total opposite when you know that's not the truth. And I was kind of talking about it in the last live because I really did not want to take it to the public. Like, you keep holding on, holding on. We keep holding on that these people are going to eventually do the right thing. And it's not going to happen. So we have, you know, people may say whatever they want to say about us coming to the public, but to be honest, there is no other option. There is no other option than coming to the people at this point in time. Okay. I kind of talked about it a little bit and let you guys know that um, someone assaulted me. Um, I was, and it was in a large um, retail chain, and it was an employee of that retail chain. Now, I have this all on videotape. Okay, unlike Mr. Cotter, which I actually have a videotape. And we're going to get back into deep diving with him, and we might do that today. Because you see my shirt, I'm just not in the play mood anymore. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we made it through the holidays, and you know, even though you know, we try to keep it light, okay? It's very heavy and very serious things going on over here. And it's very heavy and very serious things going on. And but don't get it confused. Just because we, continue to push through, that's just the nature of foundational Black Americans. That's just our nature. But you have seen what I've been through, even on this line, having ravenous racists call in here, and then you can't even get help from the Black community as far as and I mean, down the line, victimized over and over and over and over again. So we definitely want to get Rich Long to a place of of just safety from this situation, because and your donations definitely help to do that. We've put together, relocation funds. We've done so much stuff to try to get Rich in a better situation. Of course, legal funds, because it seems like they're trying to railroad Rich, in which I don't understand. Some people have said some just suggestions, and you can look into past chats of this live, and they have said certain things, and that may be the case. We have our theories, which we're going to leave to offline. We do have an 800 number, 1-800-743-1179. I don't have a problem with talking to people off of the live. You can go to www.maddpop.com/CEO Connect, and we can definitely chit chat, and and go over some things. But right now, I have been threatened by 2 officers to arrest me. And these officers are Black. Okay? Now, mind you, I have not done anything. And even the things that happened to me, I was at a big retail chain. And I kept, see, my thing is, these people do things without a second thought to me and my family. Rich Long has not even put his hands on anybody. Let's recap, and let me play that back again so you can hear that. Rich Long has not even put his hands on anybody. And they came up with an unarmed Black family with a battering ram. Okay, so when I say someone put their hands on me, and then have the police still turn around and even with all the evidence in the world, still say they're going to come and arrest me. So that's why I said, wake up. Wake up, people. Wake up. Wake up. Wake the hell up. And I don't know which way I can get you dormant people to see that it's something going on that you need to open your eyes to. If it's Rich Long today, it could be you tomorrow. If it's me tomorrow, it could be your child the next day. Let's stop burying our heads and see the system that we are in and what's going on. And keep victimizing women. Maybe that's the reason why everything is falling apart. So when are the Davids going to come up? When are the Davids and people with some sense going to come into the chat? The racists are here. The racists come and they talk all that crazy stuff. They call the line. They're doing more than the supporters. They're right here front and center. They're texting. But many have turned a blind eye. They don't understand what's going on. And it's partly because, like I said, we are a company. We're not just regular people. I mean, as far as, just doing the regular thing, not saying regular people, of course we're regular people. We're the most regular people. But as far as um, we all have brands and entities and businesses that we represent. Rich Long has Keeping People Real TV. I have Mad Pop Records. Um, Ashton, she has her book. She has, her own self as being a brand, being a gold medal winner. So we all have, and of course, like I said, of course, all my executives and people at Mad Pop, they have their own separate businesses, even outside of our company. So that's what I mean. Rich Long was lied on, and ultimately what we believe set up. Now they're offering him all types of probation and this and that. And but I mean, to be honest, he should not even be in there. And it should be time served at this point in time. If somebody comes to your house and knocks on your door with some mess, come on now, what makes sense that you're the victim completely? Somebody runs up on you, somebody knocks on your door with some mess. Okay, so you're the victim. And see, my whole thing is why I'm coming to the people is because we already see that it's a whole bunch of buck broken people around here. Okay, so that's already turned a blind eye, and just so we need to go to the people, go to the actual people, because we know the community that we have on this YouTube and the connections that we've made on YouTube with people of like-minded, okay? Like-minded individuals that are not on that wave. So that's what we're trying to connect to. That's who we're continuing to talk to, not anybody else. The only reason why we're continuing to be here is because um, people are interested. They're in the comments. They're calling on the line. People are very much interested. And there's a narrative that's trying to be pushed, okay, about myself, about Rich. And these are all from Black people, or what Vicky Dillard says, Black looking people. Okay? That's the silly and sad thing about it. Now, you have seen me on this line for months now. You have seen me actually reach out to many people to help, even through everything I've been going through and everything Rich has been going through, still keeping up with keeping people warm, still reaching out to the people, even still employing people, dancers. You see the dancers that we had. Let me fix the screen. You see the dancers that we have, that we, all that. So you see everything that we've been doing. I'm just trying to clear all this stuff so all these lights won't be. There we go. You see everything that we've been doing. And still, in this system, it's not enough. It's not enough. Because we're not, in whatever. So what we're doing don't mean anything, right? Myself and my company employing dancers and singers and artists all over the globe means nothing, right? let me tell you what the situation was. I went to, because no police officer wants to hear this. Let me tell you how I've been victimized over and over and over again. I went to a large retail chain. I had a few returns. Now, what I was trying to explain to the officer is that I had less returns when I came a week before. And the clerk told me, and the supervisor at that point in time said it was a certain way to do the return. So when I came back with about 7 items totaling around less than $20, okay? I had that and a few other items, okay, to return. Now, this store policy doesn't have anything about the returns that I was making. It was all the clerk and her ego and on her ego trip and trying to humiliate me. Okay? There was nothing wrong with my return. I spoke to the top of the head, of as top as I can go so far in this brand, this chain, this very, very, very popular, well-known chain. And I talked to the one of the top people, as top as I can go so far. I plan on going higher and higher and higher because this is unacceptable. Okay. And they actually, read the whole return policy almost to me and said they couldn't find anything that the person who assaulted me is saying and the cops are repeating. Okay? So this is my whole thing. That clerk then attacks me, puts her hands on me, and that is unacceptable. Now, so I just, like I said, I'm just going to come to the people and continue to come to the people, and hopefully they wake up. Hopefully you guys wake up. Thank you to the people. This is not everybody. This is not everybody. I'm not talking to everybody. I'm talking to specifically who needs to hear this message. We got to stop turning a blind eye to what's going on. Okay? So let me go, because I haven't done this in 2022. But maybe people need to be reminded of the hell I've been through. And if you see my hair all messed up, here we go. Yeah. The person attacked me, pulled my hair out, everything. Okay, this is a supervisor at this chain. Okay, so let me, I'm trying to get it together. There you go. Look, got to get it together. Yeah. All right, that looks. But yeah, that's what happened. So let me just. And like I said, it's a lot at play. And anything or I'm sorry, anybody that wants to talk off of the live, you can call that number 1-800-743-1179 and set up schedule a time, and we can go over some things that we can't talk about in a public forum. It ain't about people listening. I could care less about that. It's you try to be respectful of now YouTube's rules and things like that. And I don't want to sit up here and um, you know, jeopardize anybody's monetization or anything, talking too far left or right or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just here to. All right, someone's calling in. Yes, I'm trying to get you tapped in. Just give me a second. Hello?
Hello?
You're live.
How's it going, miss?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm just like, I'm over here pimping bitches. Like, today's been going very well.
Okay, good for you. All right. Do you have any anything to say about the topic or Rich Long or anything? Or you just want to call in?
Wait, what's the, could you tell me the topic again? I have a short-term memory loss, so like, I don't know.
Oh goodness. Well, I mean, this topic is talking about um a situation that happened and we're just going into it and just I mean, are you a fan of Rich Long? Do you know Rich Long?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Okay. I'm not even gonna quiz you because I was about to quiz you, but I said no. Okay, so well I mean you're on the line. You said you pimping women or whatever.
Yeah,
Okay, good. Where are you out of? Where are you calling out of?
Houston.
Houston. All right. Yes. How's the weather out there?
It's bad. It's decent. It's decent. Decent.
Okay. I mean, is there anything you want to add or anything you want to promote while you're on the line? This is the time. You got a
Like
website or
this
a
is
song
like
or a CD?
I promote like this is what I promote. I promote pimping bitches and just doing you. You know, like you gotta do yourself and like let God guide you. You know.
Yeah. All right then. All right. I mean, there you go. Do what you can do, and
Mhm.
call in again.
All right.
All
My
right.
fucking pussy hurt.
See. Call back. Call back. Because my thing is, what was that all about at the end? Um, Call back. Anybody else want to call in? Because, like I said, this platform is for you guys. Um, and you see the topic, and you see that what we're dealing with. So when we ask for donations and things like that, it's for a reason. It's for a reason because you see what's going on. Now, it's only been people trolling, and which is fine, that's fine. But it's and Houston, I love Houston. You know, I think Ashton, every time she does her show, she always talks about the weather and how I think she's out of Fort Worth, but I know there's a lot of very talented, very talented musicians that come out of Houston. Yes, yeah. Shout out to you know all of you, and but see, nobody don't take the time to promote. That's why I said you can't even go by what people say. Of course, the numbers are saying X, Y, and Z, but it said that 0 people was in the chat when someone called in. So please don't believe that, and please believe what I'm saying. Um, Everybody and their mama's watching this what's going on here. everybody and their grandmama, to be honest. Um, and we're thankful for everybody who called in, and not called in, because there's only been um a lot of shenanigans on the line. But as far as everybody in the chat that that reaches out and see, and then I told you that a lot of people, a lot of his family members call um and ask about him and what's going on and stuff like that. So that's the only reason why I wanted to come live, is because it's um just letting you guys know what the real deal is and to wake up with what's going on. So I mean, you guys see that, you see what's going on, you see exactly what's going on. It's um a very much hate on Black women. Not I'm sorry, Natram. Message retracted. You probably wanted to what, retype it, because it was kind of. But yes, there you go. What's the verdict? He's still in there. He had a court case yesterday, and anybody's welcome to call in. This is not the line just for trolls. You want to call in, call in. He had a court date yesterday, and I'm not sure. I think that they offered him something or continuing. So it got continued. And it's just being continued all the way until this year. That's the only thing that's been happening. Okay. So that's the only thing that's been happening so far. Every time he goes to court, it just gets continued. And like I said, to be honest, I don't see why would he have to be punished at all, with the circumstances. I don't see it. So somebody puts their hands on him. Okay, well, we know, there you go with that. And then somebody comes with a weapon, and we already connected that all the way back to Karen. Okay, so like I said, in a situation and in a system that, okay, if anybody want to call in and you can, but I just want to get this out because this is the main point of the live. So I just want to so thank you, Natram Glover. That's the verdict. It's just continued. It's not no verdict yet. That's why we're continuing to ask for donations. That's why we're continuing to ask for prayers, love, and support, because we haven't got there yet. But you may be getting there without me, is what I'm saying, and I'm trying to convey to you guys, because I'm innocent. I've done nothing. Never been a criminal my entire life. And they have threatened to now arrest me by 2 officers who are Black. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing right here in Philadelphia in 2022. Lady from a supervisor from a real big convenience store chain put their hands on me, attacked me. I told the truth because I don't know. I know that she blindsided me. I turned the corner, I couldn't see. Okay. And then it just got to tussling. And my whole thing is now they're trying to now arrest me because if somebody got the better of somebody, like, I don't think so. Like, no, I didn't go into, it's all about intention. I didn't go into that store intending to get attacked. Hello. So, now you're going to now harass my reaction. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, I forgot that's the same thing they did to Rich Long. They sent, all they, and then they punished him for his reaction, which was actually nothing. They actually were the ones who shot a gun in the school zone. Oh, that's what I was doing. I was going back to remind you guys how we got here. What I haven't done in 2022. And then I'm going to go into but like I said, this is what the Black people co-sign. Natrium Glover, how much is this bond? And on what charges can they put you on you? Oh, that's what I was trying to. I said in a couple lives ago, with the last live, that I was attacked at a convenience store. Okay. Now the convenience store so far has not done anything. They've been very respectful. Okay. And and so it's not about race here, because these are full on, you know, I've actually had more problems with the Black people as far as, um, just turning a blind eye. And these are people of authority. But I mean, that's a daggone shame, but I can honestly say that the white people have been actually in every situation. That's a daggone shame. Now, not on this line, because that's different. That's probably something Mr. Carter, which is somebody connected to him. But in reality of the situation, it has been, because they understand, they know what's going on. And I'm a Black woman, and a lot of these Caucasian people are women too. They see I'm a mother, and they see, come on now, and it's a reality of the world that we living in. Come on, so it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. One of the executives at this big store. That's why I haven't said their name yet, because I'm calling out the people who have done, yes, I don't have a problem with that. But as far as at this point in time, that corporation, um, who, they have a system where they, how they, you track, you put your number in when you at the places or whatever. So I gave them my rewards number, and they saw how much I spend at that company and at that location specifically. Come on now. Come on now. Money talks, BS walks. Okay, I'm not a thief or anything else or a criminal. Okay, and neither is Rich Long. And you guys know that. It's just a big bullying system that we're fighting against. And as far as your question, um, it's at this time, it's not a bond thing. He's actually signed out release. He's been signed out release since September, October. Okay, that's why we did the Surviving Stephen Kotowich series, which we are going to continue, because he, okay, I don't owe him any money, but he continues to harass me. Okay, me and Mr. Kotowich has already been to court already, and we're continuing in court. So we're already in a legal battle already. I just never came back to update you guys because we're going to continue on with the series. We're not going to give this person too much light or shine. We're just going to continue on with the series and let the people be the judge. And that's it. Okay. So yeah, we've already been to court already. And exactly what they're trying to say that I owe him, because now since they know that I have receipts, now they went into court with a whole nother story. And please be careful of this, because this system or whatever, they had something where you go talk in another room with the lawyer before the court. Okay, so you already know, or so you already know that that's, oh, no, don't. I'm You can do whatever you want. I'm not giving legal advice, but I would never do that again. Okay, because when we went into court, this is what he put on paperwork. He put on paperwork. You saw it. It's on the screen that I hadn't paid him since June, right? So when I came to court with all these receipts in that little meeting before we went to court, now when we got in front of the judge, his lawyer changed his whole thing. So my whole thing is, let them go into, if you know you're in the right, only thing they're doing is gathering information to try to now turn on you. Okay, so if you know you're in the right, just, I don't want why would I sit down with them? you know so that was a mistake on my part, and I can say that was I should not have went to meet with him in this small area before the court, because when they knew that I had the receipts to prove my case, then they went into court with a whole nother lie, and he lied. Okay, I showed the judge clear as day that what this person said out of their mouths, and they ignored all of that. See, my whole thing is, it's not somebody else's fault a job to right somebody's wrongs. If they said this or they did this, why are you asking me why they did this? Ask them. Anyway, but like I said, we're still in court, and we're still, because I don't owe him any money, and he knows that. And I showed the court how I didn't owe him any money, and now that it actually came through. So what is this person excuse to say anything? I am all caught up on rent. I don't owe him any money. So that's why I said people can say whatever they want, but he knows. So if he's saying something different, why isn't he penalized? People can just come and lie to the court. So why would we believe anything else he has to say? If somebody's already been proven a liar, why are we continuing to take their word as law? You know why? My thing is, he came to the court and said he didn't get a dime from me since the middle of the year. Actually, about the time Rich got up here. Okay, so in that little meeting before the actual hearing with the judge, which, like I said, I would never do again. And I'm not giving you any legal advice, but I suggest you never do that. Okay? Let them stand on what they're saying. Because when we got to the court, his lawyer changed up his whole tune and didn't say anything about not getting paid since June. Okay? So these landlords are a mess. That's why we did the whole thing on Stephen Kotowich, Naturium Glover. So it's not a bond thing. He has already been signed out and released. All of this time that he is in there is specifically because of Mr. Kotowich. He could have been out. We could have been gone. That's why I said that's not what they want. So we're just going to do whatever at this point in time. And I'm just going to keep coming to the people. And they say this is what they want, but every time it's time to do that, they get all up in the way. So we're just not, what I'm saying? So that's what I don't understand. People don't want to believe that this situation is as heinous as they seeing in front of their own eyes. But it is. but it is. They'll distract you with all of the BS. And in your second question, what charges can they put on me? Let me say. So I came to the store with returns. The clerk is automatically has an attitude. Mind you, I'm the customer. Okay. And as like I said, I spent a lot of money into this location. Okay. Me bringing back a few returns that total less than $20, okay, should not rattle somebody as much as it did this person. And like I said, I talked to higher ups, and they didn't see anywhere, and they told me to where to go on the company website to look at their return policy. And like I said, I'm not exposing that company yet because they have been very respectful. And these actually are, white people, been very respectful. Like I would be. See, my thing is I worked in, the reason why it's much a problem because I've worked in customer service. Of course, at the post office. Imagine that. I could never get away with putting my hands on a customer. And people would come in and cape for the customer, especially in the places that I worked. Please, working in all Lower Marion and in the suburbs, imagine that. So no, I don't feel no type of way about someone in a position at their job putting their hands on someone because I know that that's not acceptable. I couldn't do that. Do you understand? So no, I don't. You can make every excuse in the book, but let's call a spade a spade. Do you believe that if that black clerk put her hands on a Caucasian person, that these officers will be acting like that? It's just an open-ended question. I'm not saying they could. Do you believe? Okay. Let me tell you how. Notorium. I know I'm not butchering up your name, but I can't really. I trying to say, and yeah, they even told me you old and da 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 da. Yeah, these child, these are black men. But anyway, oh, but anyway, yes, I'm like so I can't see. I'm old, Notorium Glover, but I see your question. It says what charges and okay. So this girl is upset, and I'm just standing there. So I just quickly pull out my camera because I'm like, if anything go left, I need this to be documented that this person is out of control. Okay. Now I'm standing there, not saying a word. It's 4 minutes worth of video before this person attacked me and knocked my phone out of my hand. Okay. 4 minutes. You can see me not saying anything and this person acting erratic. Okay. So they're returning the items, but they're very hostile about it. Okay. So I'm already like, at this point in time, I'm like, and you can hear it in the video. Look, if it's an issue with anything here, I don't, look, but at the time, they're just they're on emotion and adrenaline and their own. I'm just standing there. You can see that in the video. Okay. So instead of, after I return my items, now where I'm at the counter, I'm about 5 steps away from the front door. Okay. So does it make more sense of who agitated the situation? Because after that, that clerk actually grabbed my ID off of the counter and went all the way to the back of the store, which is always the furthest part from the door you could possibly go. Okay. So is that more of an agitator if somebody's standing at the counter 5 steps away from the door and they could just leave? Okay. And you're behind the counter, you're safe, you're this, you're that. You know what I'm saying? Where you're not confrontational, you're behind the counter. Okay. No, that supervisor actually came from behind the counter, grabbed my ID, and went all the way to the back of the store to make a copy of my ID. Now, mind you, I am not a criminal. I come in there for a return. See, this is how I'm talking to the police officers, and this is I'm telling you, the police officers are telling me they're going to arrest me. Okay, that's why. That's how Notorious Glover, because this is what we're into right now. I need you guys to open your eyes. Okay. So I start to, I'm still recording. Okay. And this person goes all the way to the back of the store. Now I have not, I'm still standing at a safe distance. Okay. And recording, because I'm saying in the camera, this person should not be taking my personal belongings anywhere. I do not give them permission to take my personal belongings anywhere. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Not B, not this, not I'm a mess you. No, nothing. I'm actually talking very legal talk. Okay, so I don't know why we're. See, my thing is, why is this other narrative being pushed? The narrative of me working with people all over the globe not being pushed. The narrative of people calling me for helping them and doing things and helping people all over the city not being pushed. Okay, the narrative of me writing songs, a lyricist, uh, all not being pushed. Why is that? You need to ask yourself that. Why is that not being pushed? But they're just itching to lock somebody up off some trumped up stuff. The same thing they did to Rich Long. Okay, okay. All right, so ask yourself that. Okay, so I said this day one, they're going to start coming after me as well. So I'm just going to come to you and give you the information as much and as often as possible, because this is what the reality of the situation is. We have done everything to prepare ourselves legally. We have done everything to try to make sure that we can help and relocate Rich Long. That's what your donations is for. To And you'll see pinned to the top of the chat is CASHAPP maddpop MADDPOP and for Rich Long. Okay, these people have turned a blind eye, but let me finish. So as the person makes a copy of my ID, which I don't understand because I'm not a criminal. Okay, and I'm not a person that has stole. Actually, if the corporate actually checked my my customer rewards number, and then reality set back in that they're going to be losing a good customer that spent thousands of dollars. And I said that in the video, and this supervisor said no, she don't. Okay, so yeah, she was trying to humiliate me for making a return. Okay, so I am going towards the door, and I still do have my camera out. She turned into the aisle. Once she must have turned around, this is what I'm also telling the cop. So my whole thing is, don't try to now say that we were in something. or we're, well, it was a mutual thing. When I told that cop, the detective there, and this is a black man, that it wasn't no mutual thing. How is it mutual when I'm holding a cell phone and this person has to turn around? So once I could not see, this is my blind side where the owl is. Soon as I turned into the owl to leave, she attacked me. And then we started to tussle. Okay? So how is that? That sounds very premeditated, because if you're going somewhere and you have to stop and turn back around, that sounds like you thought about that, right? Come on now. Like, we need to stop with the games, because this can happen to somebody else. Rich Long said if it happens to him, it can happen to somebody else. We need to open our eyes and call this crap out every time we see it. I don't want to be doing this right now. I do not. But I have to. Yeah, I'm not going to cry, but I'm almost there. Because what happened after that is I called the police. Of course. That's what you're supposed to do, right? Well, a white officer shows up, okay? He talks to me, actually watches the actual video, and tells me what to do. A black cop shows up and immediately starts berating me. I said, "Well, do you want to see the video?" He walks away and goes in his car. Yeah, just like that. And he's talking about your own body cam. I'm just standing there after being assaulted in the store. You're on body cam, ma'am. Just, you're not da 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 da, and berating me. Why would you be trying to return X, Y, and Z? And I'm thinking to myself, like, well, this store's company policy is not that's not a crime. Nobody would call you because of that. I called you because somebody physically assaulted me. That was, he walked away. So my thing is, if anything happens to me, y'all get that body cam. Okay? Because he said it. He said he has a body cam on and all this other stuff. So you will see what happened to a black woman attacked in a national chain. And so the Caucasian officer pulled me aside, told me exactly where to go. This is what I'm saying. It's not a black and white thing, because they are worse. Okay? I don't know what they're trying to prove, but it ain't Wakanda. Okay? So the white officer pulls me aside, tells me where to go, what to do. I go there the next day. They tell me, "Ma'am, we can't um do anything to help you, because they got you listed down as the defendant." And I'm like, how is the house way? So they told me, mind you, I'm actively going every which way. Then I have to go to somewhere else, another department. Now the same black cop who didn't even want to watch the video, now he's in the office talking about, "Oh yeah, see, this video doesn't," he didn't even see the video, okay? But he's just saying anything at this point in time. Because my thing is, let's go to the body cam. We'll see how he acted. Somebody put their hands on somebody, and this is what he did. And went in the car. He didn't even want to see the video. So my thing is, these are actual people who are actually in places of authority. Come on now. And we supposed to feel like our black kids and our black behinds are safe? And this is what the black people are doing? And he got mad because I called him out on it. Like, wow. It's this daggone shame that I'm getting treated like a human being from a white person right now. and you come up and totally in front of a white male. This is in front of a white male. Throw your hands up and don't even want to see the video. So the next day, I went to the other station, the station that the guy told me to go. Oh, just give me a second. You good? In front of, oh, hold on. Just give me a second. Oh, hold on. Just give me 1 second. Oh my goodness. All right, sorry guys. Try not to break this whole set, my old ass, right? But so in front of, and that's all I've been talking about this whole time with this whole situation. Berates me like I'm a criminal. Okay? I went to the other office. They talk about, well, we have you down as the defendant. Houseway, when I called the police, I go to one office, then from there, I go to another office. Like I said, then he comes in, he's concerned now because now we're in a setting, now he's looking at the video and I'm trying, still the same old runaround. Then I call back the next day. So that's one officer who didn't even look at the video of a black woman. And this is a black man, didn't even look at the video. Okay. And then I go to the actual police station to a detective. Okay. This is another black man. Okay. I'm talking to him. I let him know the situation exactly how I said it. I showed him the video. The video does not show the actual, her actually, it shows her actually hitting me. Yes, it does. But anything after that, it does not show. So we would need the actual footage from the store. Okay, that was on the 11th. I talked to that detective again today. He hasn't even got the video from the store yet. So this is how interested, and then start again, begins to berate me. I mean, big time. Now, mind you, and this is what made me so upset, is because when I was in this person's presence, I was very respectful to every officer there. Even was tough because after that situation, my legs stiffed up. I couldn't even move it that night. And it was a little remedy that I did that I actually told an officer about that was very interested in that. So very respectful, even through everything that I have been through. I told him that I was assaulted, showed him the actual person at the detective, the video. And very, left. So I said, well, this morning, I said, well, let me follow up and see what the findings are, to come to find out that they hadn't even looked up, hadn't even went to the place, then try to tell me what I should do better and and I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't need to do anything different than what I did. I actually, when I left there, I went to another competitive chain, and with the return, as I said, the exact same situation, and the clerk there was all smiles, and I was in and out in less than 5 minutes. Okay, no proper protocol when it comes to business and customers. I don't have to, I didn't, I'm not, no, I'm not going to feel no type of way about coming to a store where things that I got out of the freezer were already melted. Okay, when I opened it up. Then, well, why would you wait 3 weeks? I said, well, actually, I came back in there. Well, what day did you come? Like, before I even complete the sentence, well, what day did you come in there? What day did you buy it? Well, you had all these receipts, because I brought all my receipts. I have a whole bag of receipts just from Rite Aid alone. That Rite Aid, that's just for that year, for last year, 2021. Okay, because when I'm explaining to excuse me, I didn't mean to say the store. Oh my God. I have but now you know. Okay. I have a whole bag, because that brand, that store is actually one of the stores I shop in the most. Okay. So I love that company. I shop in there. It's very convenient. They have most of everything. So I said, look up my rewards card number, ma'am. Okay. And see, when you start doing and start talking the long and short of things, see, forget what this narratives that these people are trying to push, which is ridiculousness. The reality is, I have actually spent probably more money at that location alone than those three people or whoever combined. Okay. And I stand on that. So my thing is, if you want to lock me up because of what? Because the narrative that you're trying to push is not reality, and you can't take anything else, that's not my fault. That's not my fault. And that's not the job of the police to now tell me about a store's policy. That is not a crime. And that is not even what the store is saying. That's what that lady is saying, but she's not even following company policy. See, that they're trying to now make me feel bad about returning items. I mean, where? How, Sway? I don't. This is what he's telling me. Well, let me tell you what you should have, what you need to learn. I'm a customer and I had a return. I don't need to learn anything. The person need to learn to keep their hands to themselves, and that's it. That's it. Whatever happened, I don't want to hear about it, because they brought it on themselves. Trying to act like her toe is broke or whatever. I don't even believe that, because the store ain't saying that either. This is what, you know what I'm saying? But if that's the case, you keep your hands to yourself. You stop berating customers. You stop treating customers like they are criminals when they are not. That is your fault. I don't go around touching people, and then when things happen to me, then all of a sudden, why? No, I keep my hands to myself. That's crazy, craziness. So that's why I said, guys, if I'm no longer doing this program, you'll know why. You know where to go to look up, and Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, and it is what it is. And we keep saying protect Black women, but when, where? We keep saying trans lives matter. When, where? We keep saying Black lives matter. When, where? It doesn't even to Black lives. Now, mind you, this is in somebody talking to me. Now he's running down the list of what I should have done. Right? Now, mind you, I told you I have a 4-minute video. Okay? 4-minute video. That's before the assault. So that's 4 minutes of that's a more than enough time. People don't even have that much of a video and have to assess the whole situation. 4 minutes is a long time. Okay? To know the temperament, to know the attitude, to know everything. So you telling me that, so somebody telling you that this is what you should have done better. You shouldn't have never aggravated the situation when you have 4 minutes of video of you sitting there not saying anything. God today, like Vicky Diller says, God today, when you have 4 minutes prior to being attacked, you have 4 minutes of you not saying anything. Okay? And you have 4 minutes of them, the clerk, grabbing your bag, your personal belongings, not once, but twice. Then I told you, grabbing my ID, which I did not give them permission to do, and taking it all the way across the entire store. That seems like more of an aggressive action than me just standing at the counter 5 steps from the door, which I would have went if not someone agitating the situation. Let's be real. So we're not going to play games. We're not going to play games. I'm just going to keep coming to the public and y'all can be the judge and make it make sense. Okay? And I said all this with the detective. Okay? So my whole thing is that makes more sense. Okay? You turning a corner and not seeing anything and blind. They kept trying to ask, whoa, did they punch you? Did they hit? I was blindsided. Yes, when you turn the corner and so they were in front of me. Okay? Because when they came from getting a copy of my ID all the way in the pharmacy section. So that's all the way back there. When they came from there, they threw my ID in my bag. Okay? And I began to leave, but I still was recording. Okay? They turned the corner. Now, mind you, the supervisor station is up at the front. If my whole thing is that's premeditated when you in front of somebody, okay, and then they are walking around the corner, which they cannot see, and they turn the corner and get hit. That means they had to turn around, okay? So we're not going to continue to play games with any of these people. And I don't have to do a daggone thing differently. If I have a return, then I should be able to return it. Okay? And that is it. I went to a comparable chain right after that, which is 3 letters. So comparable chain, all smiles. And that's going to be my new place to shop. I'm not, if I don't get any justice from this situation, which I'm pretty sure I will, probably not from these officers. No. That's deep rooted. Okay? Whatever that is. Okay? But from this corporation, probably so. When I told that lady this story, one of the top reps at this chain, she said, this has given me chills. And she just kept saying, God bless. And this is a white woman. God today. Like Vicky Diller says, yes, this is okay. But black people walk away, don't even look at the video. Okay? So, yeah, I'm coming towards the people. Please like, please share, please continue to donate. It's CASHAPP maddpop, maddpop. We're really, really pushing for Rich Long. Like I said, it's not a bond thing. I wish it was. I wish it was, but this is something that he signed up for, which was house arrest, which I would have never told him to do that, because that put all of the power on Mr. Kotowich, the power of your freedom. So that was the move that Rich made that we did not. I would have never told him to do that. I would have just maybe told him to. I mean, my thing is, other than minding your business, okay? Other than minding your business, what did you really do wrong here? You know, for real. They don't have none of that on paperwork. They don't have the situation. I mean, so what type of real detective work is somebody really trying to do? It's just a dormant system. Only thing they do is report crimes and pick up the bodies. That's it. But other than any type of real detective work, and let's see, I don't see it happening. Because these, people have turned a blind eye. And these are the black people. So I can, in every situation that I have gotten some real help and some real care. Oh, I forgot. I don't know if you guys remember about a month, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, the guy was on the line and said they don't look at us as human beings. Okay, so now it's all making sense now. Okay. That's what it is. That's why it is. Okay. Why not? Why not? See, my whole thing is I don't care about what narrative that anybody's trying to push on my life. I know who I am, and I know who God made me to be. Okay? I know why I started Mad Pop Records. I know why I continue to but yeah, if anybody was thinking it's no, we're trying to collect and trying to make Rich's time um you know doable without a whole bunch of just nonsense. And I'm not going to, who knows how far deep things go, how deep things go. Who knows? I know that I am not a criminal, and I know that it is real criminals out there. And I know that instead of focusing on trying to see how you can lock innocent people up that just get on your nerves, or that just, instead of that, maybe we can, I like I said, okay, why, all these other people get to play cops. You saw on Go to Keeping People Real TV, and you will see um right in the thumbnail that sign, Trans Lives Matter. You will see, go to his Instagram page, and you will see the whole live I did. And so my thing is, I put the call out. Shoot. Let's go fight crime if that's what we're doing. But you're not going to sit here and terrorize innocent people who are not doing anything. And when I come to make a return, you're trying to figure out how you can make me a criminal in that situation. Come on. So this detective, so not only did the black cop didn't even look at the video or the evidence. So where there was no what type of work that was. I don't have no idea. Not only that, but then I go to a higher up person of color, and then they now telling me what I should have done differently. These are the three things that they said, if I can remember. One, I should not go in there for a return. So now you guys know you deserve to get assaulted physically if you go to that chain with a return. That's what he told me. He said I shouldn't have come in there with a return, and I shouldn't have aggravated the situation, even though I've shown him 4 minutes of video of me just standing there, not doing anything, and me standing 5 steps away from the front door, at the front door, and this person coming from behind the counter with my personal belongings to take all the way across the store and mad at me because I followed them with my personal belongings. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. The call-in number is 1-800-743-1179. And we got pimps and hoes, and we got everybody calling. We got, but we need people calling in with some real sense. We like the trolls. We don't have a problem with that. The line is open for everybody. But, we need some sensible people calling in to combat all the nonsense. And what else he say? I think I just stopped him from there. I said, no. I don't know if what was the third one? He said that, trying to act like we were in some, where y'all got into y'all. I said, ho. See, I said, first of all, one, and then I couldn't get a word out, and then he couldn't listen. See, my whole thing is everybody can talk, but nobody can listen. That's the problem. That is the problem. And then he misspoke and said that I told him, which I never did, and I know I never did, that I don't know who. No, I said I don't know how. That's what I said. I don't know how the person attacked me because I was blindsided. What don't people see? My whole thing is anyone to hang up the phone, because I'm like, well, if anybody, I mean, for real, let's be honest. Who wants to test the waters? I don't, because like I said, I don't play tests. I don't walk up to grown folks like these people do. I don't play tests and games and stuff like that. So I know how to walk and maneuver. Who wants to? If people want to sit up here and now harass me on the line here, but I implore you. No, I don't. This is just don't say I said anything and I'm telling people to do X, Y, and Z, because that ain't the truth. But I'm thinking to myself, let's go through past cases. Let's go through past cases of somebody putting their hands on any one of them and see how that turned out for them. Okay, so my whole thing is nobody would appreciate that. Nobody deserves that. That is actually the law, not an officer not even looking at a video of an assault, but then trying to tell me about a store policy. And like I said, I talked to one of the top reps at the company, but as far as I can go so far, because I'm going further than that. I went to the top reps of the company, and they're not even saying what someone who doesn't work at the company is saying. So this is what and see, when he hung up the phone at that point in time, he said, well, I could come arrest you, and hung up the phone. So that's why I said, that's why I'm coming on live. And it is what it is at this point in time, because I'm not doing anything. See, my whole thing is me pressing somebody to do their job the correct way and the proper way, if that lands me in prison or whatever, then it's not gonna, even when I get out, I'm still gonna think the same way. If I get out or don't get out, whatever, I'm still going to say the same thing. I'm still going to think the same way. Nothing's going to change in nothing. Okay? So that's just going to be time wasting, like you're doing with Rich Long. Because they didn't think the way you wanted them to think. They didn't do what you wanted them to do. That's not, I'm just not, no. Because I know I didn't do anything wrong. We're not going to fake the funk like I was in some type of no, I was not. How do I have a phone in my hand trying to show that this person out of control, which they were? Okay? Which they were. They grabbed my bag. That's in the video. When they were behind the counter. So my thing is, I don't. This seems like it's the running theme around here. People act aggressively and crazy, and then turn around and say, "I'm the victim." How many times has that happened? How many times have you seen that happen in this situation? So my thing is, I don't want to hear about any type of injuries or whatever on that side. I know about my injuries. I know what I suffered. I know what emotionally I have suffered in this situation. Okay? I know the humiliation that I've dealt with in this situation. Okay? That's what I said. They need some new energy on the force. Call me. See, they'll never do that. Because people really got to do their job and they got to do things. No, they definitely don't want me. But somebody will. Because they know I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. And as long as that's the case, it's all good. Like I said, I worked in customer service. Ain't no way in holy hell that I would be able to put my hands on a customer working in Lower Merion. Okay? Which my customer base was almost 99% Caucasian. Imagine that. Okay? I guarantee you, if that lady, if I, you know what I'm saying? If a person, if I was, they would not have acted like that. And that is the facts of life. And what's happening to me as a woman could happen to your daughter as a Black girl. You need to wake the hell up. It's nothing separating me from your daughter. You need to wake the hell up. So yeah, I'm holding that person to the fire because yes, this is crazy. How does it make sense? Before the detective says this, he's going to lock the person up who actually assaulted somebody. He said he's going to lock me up. Does it make any sense? Does that make this sense to anybody? Now, I haven't come on, listen. So does that make any sense? They're not fighting that hard on that side, but they're fighting me hard. Lady who went into an establishment. Come on. And still to this day, we're going high. Do you understand? Because they have went as low as they can possibly go. Oh, I'm pretty sure they can go lower. I'm pretty sure. Okay? Happy birthday to Michelle Obama. She just had a birthday. Yes, happy birthday. Happy Martin Luther King Day. But yeah, we have to continue on going higher and higher and higher. And people may not understand that, but it is a method in that madness. This is absolutely insanity. But you have to figure out, they'll sit up there and they'll call me all types of names for whatever reason. But you have to ask yourself, why are they pushing that narrative? Okay? Why is that the narrative being pushed and not the reality of the situation? Is that I'm a young, well, according to them, like the detective told me, you know what I'm saying? This is a detective trying to help me. I'm like, I don't feel no type of way about my age. Are you crazy? Shoot. Anyway, like, this is what I'm saying. This is what the person is talking to me like. Are you crazy? And I'm not even talking about them, but it's just some of these people, you just can't believe they were even raised in Black homes. Are you serious? Like, I don't even believe it after a while. Like, it's a lot of brainwashed people out there. They see, none of these Black men are paying any attention to all of the racists that feel okay to come on the line and do this because they have been dormant and buck broken. Okay? That's not ringing a bell. You know, that's not stirring up any type of, Shaka Zulu, they ain't no, Wakanda, nothing. No, that's not stirring up anything in no type of man at all. But just trying to see how you can attack Black women, that's your number one plan? I'm not understanding. I'm lost and confused. How civilized do I have to act for y'all to get off of that she's crazy narrative and actually listen? How? Because at no point in time have I acted crazy. I've actually acted very, like I said, all the time that they have been doing all of this and all of that and trying to figure out ways to hurt me and my family, we have produced numerous shows. Okay? We have wrote and produced songs with notable artists that you can listen to, Tangible Items. You can go listen to Unbelievable with myself and Robert Curry. You know those names? You can go to www.maddpop.com. They're not pushing any of that. Come on. But they're trying to push a narrative to lock me up. Come on. Come on. It's insanity. Push a narrative that I'm crazy and I'm this and I'm that. Why? All of these Black men that are doing this are going to get their daggone time. And it ain't through me. It's going to be ultimately through the universe. Because this is not the time for all that foolishness and buffoonery. Wake up, wake up, wake up. And it's not a black and white thing. Didn't Tupac say that? It's not a black and white thing. Because to be honest, more white people have helped me than any black person in this situation ever could. Okay? Because they're not silly. And they know the games. And they're not dumb. And they know I'm not wrong. And they really know I'm not doing anything. See, when you have a reputation, it precedes you. Do you understand? So nobody can throw dirt on my name that have not walked in the roads that I've walked. I was watching this commercial with Shaq and this girl, and they had switched shoes. And you know his feet is huge or whatever. So it just was funny. Shaq, I think he makes a commercial a day because he is everywhere. But you know, this is what I'm saying. If you don't know how to walk a mile in somebody else's shoes, I guarantee you, when your reputation precedes you, all this narrative, wherever it's coming from, okay, because I know what industry I'm in, okay, and I know a lot more than what I say, okay. So if you're doing all that and you're doing, you know, everything to uplift people, they can see with their own eyes you actually doing the work and still trying to push a narrative to lock you up or throw you in jail or push like you're crazy or that you're this, you're that, and you're unworthy of the recognition that you really deserve because nobody's doing what you're doing and they want you to cower down and get mad at you that that's not what God put in your heart, then people just gonna be mad, right? I thank God for my parents and the way I was raised. That's all I can say. I thank God for them giving me something to believe in. I thank God for them pouring into me in my life where I have the courage to take on the battles that need to be taken on. That lady tried to humiliate me in that store. If you do not want someone coming into your store because they're returning things, okay? I would have never went into that establishment again. Okay, because my dollar, your dollar, black people, means something. That lady flat out told the other employees, no, she hasn't spent as much, you know, because I said, I don't know who this lady is. This is what I'm saying on the camera. I don't know who this lady is, but she's been very rude. And I've spent thousands of dollars in this location. No, she hasn't. So she's going back in there. Oh, she ate half this food and trying to come. That wasn't the case. And I didn't eat half of anything. See, my thing is, that person needs to have to show wherein don't worry about trying to now play somebody for returning half a dozen items that was less than $20 in a refund. Okay, let's be real. Less than $20. So did that deserve? But the cop is telling me, the detective is telling me, that less than $20 that company already done made 50,000 times fold by now was worth me getting assaulted. And I need to be quiet or he's going to come get me. Child. I just think about Ayanla. I'm just going to go weep in the bush. That's it. I'm just going to go weep in the bush. This whole city has been an embarrassment. For real. And anybody who's not talking about the real ain't talking about nothing. They sat up there and they started all these movements and then they left us astray. This is a joke. And it's not anything against police officers. Please know that. Because like I said, and it's not a black and white thing. I'm berating more black cops than I'm talking about any white cops. I'm talking about, like I said, in this situation, I don't know all about Rich Long's situation. I'm talking about in this situation, it was more white officers to help. And even if they couldn't help, they were respectful. See, my whole thing, that goes a long way. Treating somebody with a little bit of common decency and a common courtesy goes a long way. Not sitting up there and talking about, well, why did you come to return this? And let me tell you what you could have did better. You could have not came in there trying to return food. I said, excuse me, when I opened up this, it was ice cream. Okay. Now I bought very much a lot of ice cream in my lifetime. Okay. I love ice cream. Okay. So let's be real. It was not me. It was their freezer. Okay. And I guarantee you, if you know, they'll probably try to get a maintenance man in there right now, a repair guy. But that location always has issues with their freezer. And when I can get milk fresh out of there that's unexpired and it's already tasting funny. Okay? That is a fact. If you went right into there right today, you will be able to see all types of towels and all types of things that they have at the freezer area. So how are we supposed to believe that this stuff in that section has been kept up to the temperature? When I got, and like I said, this is a fact. So instead of sitting up there trying to worry about how to, my thing is if we all, here I go again. I'm going to do the same thing I did at that live. Let's all chip in and fix the freezer at that store. Okay. I don't want to hear about now let's just lock her up because X, Y, and Z and keep victimizing her over and over and over again. Let's get off that narrative for once. Let's actually be proactive since everybody cares about. See, don't come to tell me about the store policy if we're not going to all in the neighborhood chip in to get the store together. Because it still sounds like you're targeting me now. If you really care about the store, because you didn't care about the citizen who called the police. If you really care about the store, then I implore you. I'll throw some money to it if they, whatever. Let's fix this freezer. No, you're crazy, lady. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Like I said, nobody wants to do anything really proactive. It's just a whole bunch of lip service. And That's all well, good, and fine. But I don't have to let go somebody putting their hands on me. No one should. Okay? They don't. Like I said, let's go back through the cases and see how many times you guys have been assaulted, and we had to figure it out. And you shouldn't have walked over. You should, no, that none of that comes into play. No, you automatically feel like your life is on the line, fearing for your life, right? But when I say I feared for my life, this lady hit me. I was in, no, 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 no. Calm down. No, 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 no. Because how many times have that excuse been used? Okay. And that person may have came back with a weapon, or, and that excuse is used. They fear for their life and they have actually gotten off. But someone can actually put their hands on a black woman, and I say I fear for my life, and I reacted. Oh no, you're going to get locked. What? How, Sway? How, Sway? It don't make any sense, but we're not in a land that's supposed to make sense. Do you understand? Do you understand? And I even said to one of the cops, why are we not working together? I mean, as far as, what I'm saying, like, I'm a company and things like that. Why do y'all always have to be so combative and so like you're against? Y'all create this type of environment. Like, if my thing is Maya Angelou, and I've been quoting her all week long, and I'm actually happy she's going to be on the quarter. I'm actually happy because she really does deserve it. People don't remember what you say. They remember how you made them feel. So my thing is, even the cop who came up to the scene of the incident, who didn't even want to look at the video, if he would have came up, because this is that situation that he probably could have calmed, right? Because he's a third party. But that's not, oh, I forgot. That's not how they come into situations when it's us with, they come in. Oh, I just remember Eric Garner. I remember George Floyd. You know what I'm saying? So this is what they do. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Is that what the situation is? Let me know. Because now, see how it's opening our eyes to a whole bunch of things. Okay? As the cop said, I am an old 40 plus, black woman, non-criminal. So why would you have to come in the situation and talk to me crazy and tell me that I'm on body cam and I'm just standing there like this? So if anything happens to me, please look for that body cam so you can see how they were berating me and how that company should be responsible for anything that happens to me or my family as a result of all of this nonsense and shoddy police work. We got to wake up. We got to wake up, family. We have to wake up. This is not the direction that I wanted to go as a company. This is not the direction that um, you saw us last year, the beginning of the year, making music, putting out songs. working. You can see Rich Long working, blue collar. This is not the direction that I'm actually the person sitting back watching what's going on. Okay? Telling you guys about the laws that they're passing while and like I said, everybody has a part. I know some YouTubers, they try to, rag on, you know, even Tamika Mallory and my son, and everybody has a part to play. I would never say anything against um, what they're doing. I may not agree, and I think everybody don't have to agree. Some people may not agree with me. I may not agree with a lot of things that goes on. It's more of it. It's a lot of I don't know. It's a lot of why we don't get stuff done. Okay, why we don't get and because we as Black people, we do wear a lot of hats. We do. So you can't be saying, yeah, black people, and then you over in Cadillac at the Grammy, so that's confusing to people. It's confusing people, especially when you're not a musician. So it's just confusing to a lot of people, and especially when you're linked to a musician and they're not on there. So I don't understand. It just confuses people. But I salute anybody that puts their voice out there. So like I said, I don't have to agree with everybody. I mean, it ain't even just that. There's a lot of people I may have a separate opinion about. That's allowed to happen, right? We're still in America, right? That's allowed to be. We're still allowed to have a differing of opinion, right? So, I mean, but as far as respect, I respect everyone. See, it's a difference. I don't have to agree with everybody, but I can respect it. I don't agree with a lot, but I can respect people putting themselves. And when my son says that he's putting himself on the line, he really is. He is to be vocal. So, I don't have anything against any of their movement because it's all needed. But we have to learn to work together and get past a whole lot of these clouds of and bumpers and buffers that keep us from really connecting as a people. And that's the truth. Rich Long, nobody can explain why Rich Long was taken to the school, but it was worthy of him to come busting up into a non criminal, non person that doesn't have a weapon residence to cart them away with a battering ram and guns drawn. That was befitting. But taking them to, right to an elementary school, I mean, directly right to an elementary school. So that that's rational too. Okay, someone putting their hands on anybody. I don't, that's where the buck stops in reality land. Because, like I said, I don't believe that you could go up and attack anybody especially them, and anybody would say, well, what were you doing? And what was you wearing, rape victim? Well, where were you going? And why was you there? And what? No, that's continuing to victimize the victim. I don't believe that I believe they would instantly react. Okay? It may be in a fatal way. Okay? Okay, don't test the waters. But I'm letting you know that it would not be all of that, whatever they're trying to talk to me about. I guarantee you they would not say, because they don't, when have they ever? Okay. So that's why I said now we're doing the work of you know what? Because when have they ever said, well, you shouldn't have did that. Well, you shouldn't have been there. Well, what you should no, it doesn't go like that. They instantly react. And they should, because those are actually laws. The store company return policy is not a law. So I as soon as I say, well, can you just stop talking to me about because you're not even saying what the corporate company is saying. Because I've talked to people on that's corporate, and they actually went through the entire policy with me, almost read it word for word, and then showed me on the website, you know, where the policy is, and it's not saying anything that you're saying. You're just saying things off of what you heard and what you're trying to narratively push. Like, imagine that. And these are the people that are supposed to be doing what? It got real catty. And I'm like, why wasn't it catty when I was right there? It was very professional. I was very professional to them, all of them. And they were very professional to me. Now we're on the phone and it's like, you old and da 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 da. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, that's even more, right? That somebody shouldn't they put their hands on somebody, right? Especially if this person is dabbing on their, well, they was, you know, what it they did. I don't know if they did. You talking about the situation where somebody broke a toe? I'm like, now what are you talking about? I don't believe that, because nobody has said that. But see, they keep on continuing trying not to prosecute. But wasn't that the only thing that Rich was saying? And you see where it landed him. So please don't be surprised. I'm just giving you a pre-warning. I have no reason to be in jail. None. Absolutely none. Okay? I didn't initially assault nobody. I didn't do anything but protect myself because I feared for my life. Okay? People have not gotten assaulted, acted like feared for their life, and actually fatally hurt somebody and got off and free. Okay? Who are those people? Okay? So my whole thing is, somebody can assault me and I fear for my life and I react. Come on. Come on. It doesn't make any sense. I don't want to hear nothing about what, first of all, I don't believe that. I do not believe that. Okay? And any injuries, that's why you keep your hands to yourself. That's what we teach the daggone the preschoolers, right? Somebody hit you, Johnny. Somebody hit you. You know what I'm saying? It's not your job to be somebody's punching bag. Have you lost your mind? Come on. That don't even make any sense. I don't know what this person is capable of. They've already acted savagely. So maybe they need to get in their right mind instead of trying to sit up there and do all that. Just like Rich Long kept saying, arrest the guy who attacked him. And I showed you that he's out and about, ain't never been arrested. Okay. And you see where Rich Long has been for the last 3 months. Okay. And I'm saying now I'm saying arrest the person who assaulted me. So let's see where I end up in the next, so. We'll see. Because like I said, 2 black male officers already threatened to arrest me. And I let the company know, okay, let me get assaulted in your store and then get berated and harassed by law enforcement, okay? And I'm just going to go or my state or whatever happens on a sue spree. I don't expect. We see what happened to Rich Long when he asked for justice. Okay, we see they have tied up his life for months. So we'll see what happens when I continue to ask for justice. Okay, this is the. Here we go. Here we go again. Again, we haven't done anything. Rich Long has not even put his hands on somebody. Okay? And they had no second thought about coming into a non-criminal home with a battering ram to scare the hell out of us and traumatize us for the rest of our lives. Not a second thought. But when somebody actually, like I said, Rich Long has not even put his hands on someone. Okay? Karen's BFF son or whatever. But we're not going to link it back? Come on. Make it make sense. When is somebody going to wake the hell up and open their eyes? So I'm just letting you guys know that if that is the case, then but you see with your own eyes what I'm actively doing. Ernest Bolden and Priscilla Bolden's daughter, okay, is doing. My mother was a principal of a school right here in the city of Philadelphia until the day she passed. This whole city has become an embarrassment. I don't feel no type of way, and I never will. I don't care. You could put me in Guantanamo Bay for 100 years, and I still will come out like Mandela. You know what I'm saying? And still say, no, arrest the lady who put her hands on me. Okay? That's because I haven't done anything. And what I've actually done, they don't push that narrative at all. Do you see what I'm saying? You see the little hands at play? They don't push that narrative at all. Financially invested in Omar Tyree's movie monologues. Do you hear anybody saying anything about that? Now, Omar Tyree has a mural right here in Philadelphia. Has his face on a mural, and he calls Mad Pop Records when he needs funding or things for his movies. Okay, helping the homeless right here in the city of Philadelphia. Why aren't they pushing that narrative? Employing artists and musicians, dancers, as you see. Really doing what this city really doing what this city used to be about. You know, the sounds of Philadelphia. The good music, the good songwriting, the good soul we used to have. I remember the time. I guess I'm the only one. You know, but that's what we're doing here. Why don't they push that narrative? Maybe it's bigger hands at play. Who knows? But I know that the narrative is not going to outweigh the reality. The reality is, I have helped a lot of people. I have supported a lot of people, and I continue to foster the youth. Yeah, I'm an older lady, and I have no issue about that. Okay? None. I don't feel no type of way, and I'm not going to feel like I should have done anything differently when somebody put their hands on you. I didn't act any type of aggressive way. Yes, I may have been agitated because every time I come into this store, that particular location, somebody gives me a different policy. So my whole thing is, that's probably what the issue is of why people are always irritated, because it's a revolving door of people giving you different policies. And instead of trying to berate your customer, you need to be doing everything to make it right with that customer, especially a good customer, and take your employees through some type of customer service training, each and every one of them at that location. That was unacceptable. And we're not going to continue to, this is what they've been doing. So I'm not expecting the police to do anything different than what they've been doing. And that is, you know, look, I don't expect any type of clear, rational thought. Any type of anything. But that's why I'm coming to the people. Because just because one person think it's okay to everybody to be completely and utterly disrespectful to Black women, everybody's not on that same type time. So that's why we got to come to the World Wide Web, and you'll definitely find the people you need to. That's why I said sometimes it ain't even about family. Sometimes it's not about friends. It's not people you grew up with. It's not people about you who you went to school with. Sometimes it ain't, you got to veer away from all of that. This connecting to the people all over the World Wide Web. Trust and believe. The people who have gone through the same things, the people who are going through the same things, the people who don't want to go through those things, people who have children and daughters and even Black sons out there and don't want to go through stuff like that, please, they'll find you. And they have. Thank you for everybody. It's over 2 hours. I'm out. I did not want to cry on this line, but I mean, this is to keep getting victimized over and over and over again. But it happens. And see, my whole thing is, yeah, and then my whole thing is, maybe they think I'm part of some Black Lives Matter, which I am not. Maybe they think that. Because they telling me, I'm like, well, can I leave a message? Oh, we can't afford a phone line. Because maybe they thinking that I'm part of some, but they know that's not the truth. They probably got every phone line in here tapped, knowing that, please, that is not the truth. So that's my whole point. I don't know who mad at who. I'm caught in the middle, just being a Black person. Do you understand? We're caught in the middle being Black, just Black people. Look like they fighting with each other. Maybe the police and Black Lives Matter and Tamika Mallory and this and that, and they up here and they doing that. They parading Kyle around so they could parade her at the Grammy. They do, it just seems like they just fighting with each other, and us as the citizens, because that just hit me. Yeah, That we can't afford a phone line or whatever. So now just hit me as I'm talking about, then I'll say, well, maybe that's you ain't never heard that come out my motherfucking mouth. Excuse me, my language. And I'm not a part of any type of organization other than Mad Pop Records. I ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. And if you ever had a conversation with someone, you would learn that. I'm not with the craziness. Why the hell would I have something to do with that don't even make any sense to me? Yeah, I support whatever everybody's doing that's positive. So salute to them for that. But all of the little games and all the little hook up and clicks ups that they got over there, I'm not, please. I ain't with none of that. I've been very respectful. Very respectful. Okay? Don't put on all for some. Very respectful. You have to treat people as they treat you. Every person, even the trolls that call in, I try to be respectful. See, that's why I say you can't throw dirt on my name when all of the other side is the ones that's acting like savages and Neanderthals. But I'm the crazy person. I'm not on anybody's line. Like I've said multiple times, I'm on Rich Long's line talking about Rich Long's affairs. I'm not doing anything I'm not supposed to do. Just like I was in the store giving a return. I didn't do anything out of the ordinary. Somebody what's out of the ordinary is a clerk coming from behind the counter with your ID and trying to make a photocopy of it when you're not a criminal. Okay, when you have not even criminalized the store in that situation, you just came in there for a return. Okay, so I don't need no clerk touching my ID or taking it out of my eyesight. Okay, as much as this lady grabbing my belongings, she could have broke it or bent it. I don't need nobody grabbing my personal belongings. Are you people insane? I'm calling the crazy card out on each and every one of you. You guys are all crazy. Yep. But just a black woman that ain't doing nothing, that ain't into no, this ain't no trap house, this ain't no, Taj Mahal drug den or whatever. That's insane. That's insanity. That somebody could be living a regular life. What? Exactly. It doesn't make any sense. I just need you guys to open your eyes. I need you guys to just continue to keep eyes on the situation. And I need you guys to continue to donate at CASHAPP maddpop. For Rich Long. All donations go to Rich Long. Okay? All donations go to Rich Long. We need to get him out of this situation. We need to put together, help him relocate. That's what we're working on now. So hopefully he doesn't have to come back into this situation. That's what we were trying to do before they interjected themselves into our lives completely. And now, I don't know what other results that they wanted from them interjecting themselves into somebody's life. Rich and I was not doing anything wrong. Okay? But trying to figure our situation out, make music, and continue on. So it doesn't matter what happens when you see just the situation when you don't have blinders on. Okay? When you're fully awakened to the shit that's going on, and you see that unless do certain things, that's the only way you're going to get elevated to where you need to be. And you still refuse to do those things, and you still say, I'm just going to I don't have to have it all. I don't have to have a big mansion. I don't have to have fancy cars and clothes, da da da. I just love grinding. I just love the grind. I love connecting with people. So when you say I'm satisfied right where I am, I'm not jealous of nobody. I don't want to trade places with nobody. I respect the people who have done this particular thing before I have. I respect each and every one of you. And for somebody who's actively doing things right now, I honestly deserve that respect back in return. Not saying I'm ever going to get it from these people. I'm not looking forward. A lot of these people, I don't even believe they were raised in Black homes, to be honest. Okay? So it's such a disdain for Black people, and we see it. So we have to wake up. We have to wake up. They can look at me and see that my family ain't come from no Africa. We were right here in America. Okay? You can look at my family all up and down. Yes, of course, we integrated with Black people, but we come from Indian indigenous heritage. And like I said, we don't even look like, you know what I'm saying? Africans. So if you really care about the kids, if you really care about the children, well, we know that the devil doesn't. They took a so-called, no, I mean, excuse me, I'm not going to say that. Devil, I'm sorry. Um, People who have a differing viewpoint and a different outcomes, final. But they took people to the school that they just deemed a fugitive, treated them like a fugitive. Where anything, that situation could have ended up like Breonna Taylor. Do you understand? Anything could happen. Where is the outrage for that? I keep asking, where's the outrage? You people can talk about everything else, but what really is going on? And like I said, if it happens here, it can happen anywhere. And this is supposed to be the place that the slaves went to? Come on. How far we have fallen. How far we have fallen. Y'all need to kick this narrative of we being divided into the bullshit. As long as they can dangle money and dangle things in front of trinkets and all this shit in front of these people, we'll never get anywhere because they use them against us. Why would anybody who's getting trinkets, of course they want to be the new next thing or whatever. These be old 40, now these are really old 40, 50-year-old, 60-year-old people doing everything in their power. Okay, doing everything in their power to target, discredit, harass Black women. That says a lot for the city of Philadelphia. That says a lot for those officers who did not even look at the video, then telling me that he has me on body cam. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure if anybody see that body cam, they would be completely appalled by your behavior. So please don't tell me I'm on body cam when I'm just standing here, an unarmed Black woman that haven't done a crime. Okay? Remember, at this time, it's, like he's pulling up. I haven't done anything. So no. And then come to not even look. Like I said, why is that narrative being pushed? And where are the Black men? Where are the Black men who continue to turn a blind eye? This is just utterly, I don't know what narrative or what thing that these people are believing in their minds, but you got to have, like I keep saying, of why y'all trying to do something to, where is the padding around whatever you're trying to say? That means it's not true. It's just in your brain. It's just in your mind. A lot of people are brainwashed. I don't feel, and I know, and I would never in a million years feel like I needed to do anything differently in that store at that time. Nope. No, I do not. No one deserves to get attacked, especially when I wasn't even doing the most. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. If that's what you want to do, is arrest a person who's not doing anything, who came to you for help, then, like I said, long term, we'll see how that, God today. God is good. And it's all going to come out in the wash, family. So don't worry about any of this that's going on, family. You can go to www.maddpop.com. If you would like to join this company, we're definitely looking for female singers, dancers. We have a couple people on the line. I put the call out. Let's see, my tambourine. I put the call out, and girls are coming in. So thank you for wanting to even though through the storms. I was about to sing I'm Stand Still. Ooh. The storms of life are raging. And they are raging. I stand still. Every time. Because like I said at the beginning of this, the real devils and the real criminals and the real thugs and the real, people that should be behind bars will, reveal themselves. As you see, they always have right on here, right on this line. So I wish everybody a good rest of the month. It's been very cold here. It's been snowing a couple of days, and I'm just, just trying to do everything I could possibly do to make sure that Rich Long gets everything that he needs. So please make sure, and I'm gonna go off on this because it's been 2.5 hours. I did not plan to spend on this live, but I had to come to you guys because that just happened to me this morning. Now, the incident happened about a week and a half ago, about a week ago. Okay. The incident happened about a week ago, and I just called to follow up. And like I said, when I went to report this, I was very respectful, even very helpful. And I was very honest. And for someone who because my whole thing is now I'm just going to write my own statements. I'm going to just do my own thing because my whole thing is if you're telling somebody verbatim what happened and you say multiple times, only thing I know is that I was attacked. I was hit. I don't know where, I don't know when, I don't know. I don't know how. But I know that in Logic Land, if you turn a corner, this is where I was. I was turning the corner to go into the aisle. And this person is ahead of you, walking that way. Y'all both are walking this way. And they turn into the aisle, and then you turn into the aisle, and that means they had to turn back around. That is premeditated. That was well thought of. Okay, when she came out from behind that counter, that was provoking a confrontation. She was already agitated, and at that point in time, the only objective that supervisor had was to try to humiliate me. And then an officer come to not even look at the videotape and then try to humiliate me out on and then go to the station and come on. And these are both black. I know that somewhere somebody is laughing at us. Not me. Not me. But the coons and buffoons, excuse me, it's laughable. Because the people that, these people are showing out for, I guarantee you, those will be the same people who reach out to me. If anything, you know what I'm saying? Be the same people who reach out to me to support and comfort. I guarantee you. That's why I said, y'all acting like y'all know how things work and you really don't. Coming up and berating a customer. Okay, and telling them all about the store policy, which you can look on the back or the daggone receipt, and it doesn't say that. So you can show a person in black and white. Okay, and it's been a week, and this detective said he hasn't even went to go see the video yet. They don't care. They don't care. So now, again, I'm just gonna. That's what made me come to the people, because when I talked about this in the last live, I just said, skipped over what happened, and then I did not even deep dive into it because I really wanted to let you guys know what was going on with Rich Long at the time. But I said, let me go live because this shit is crazy. This is crazy. No one no one in America should have to go through this. This is crazy. And if it can happen to Rich Long, it can happen to you. And if it can happen to me, it can happen to your daughter. What do you think turning a blind eye is going to do for your? Because like you said, I'm an old lady. Don't worry about me. Worry about your children that you're raising and your daughters and your black sons. Because all you've seen, so you can see with your eyes, racist people calling up here on the line, doing all this crazy stuff. We can't get any help, any justice, any type of, it's just a complete embarrassment. And I don't have I don't have to say it no type of other way. Shame, shame, shame. On each and every one that co-signs this whole entire ordeal. You can turn a blind eye to that, but not to what's really going on. What's really going on is this real criminals out there. What's really going on and real things are going on. Really, real crimes are happening. So a situation like that could have easily been just central neutral for a cop coming in. Really, it's he said, she said. Now, if they didn't have a video to present, because as soon as I left that station, that same black cop that berated me, I couldn't even get home fast enough. Was back in the daggone store's parking lot. So who knows? And I thought it was to continue to help me, but I guess a week later, it must have been getting them the heads up to destroy the videotape. I don't know. Allegedly, I don't know. It just seems like they don't have a videotape anymore of a well videotape store. That's weird, right? God bless you, people. I probably will be coming, with another podcast. I just wanted to go live and, prayers for Rich Long. If you would like to support, all of the links is in the description box. Okay? He really does need your guys' help to relocate, to put together any type of money for his legal fees, any type of internal affairs, and anything that he needs to do to pursue the matters that he needs to pursue, and myself as well. Then we just appreciate your support, and that's it. Me myself, I'm just going to continue to push forward. I'm just going to continue to push forward and just try my best. That's all I can do. And I pray you guys have a beautiful week. We have another show. I hope you guys like Ashton's Keep Swimming with Ashton. Make sure you go and subscribe on her channel. She's going to have so many guests. She just had the vice president, okay, of sales at Go Dog Sports, who is sponsored by T-Mobile as their leading streaming service for youth sports. Run, tell that. Okay, see, that's my whole point. That's not, come on. And me and my company produce the show. Run, tell that. They never will. Okay? They never will. Run, tell that. They won't, but they'll sit up there and with the greatest of ease trying to push up she's crazy narrative and all this other stuff. And come on now. It's not but so far you can go with that narrative before you gotta get, like waking up, like, hello, this person is not crazy. But didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you that's why I stopped watching that movie Them? Maybe they want us to go crazy. Maybe that's the point. Who knows? I know that that's not the case in this situation. I know that I run a very reputable company. I know that I am a Black woman that has done a lot in this city, more than the people that they caping for. Believe that one. And as long as I know that and I can stand on that, I am very good in a lot of people's eyes. It don't have to be the people that's right here in this situation. God bless you guys. Uh, keep prayers up, keep donating. We appreciate it. We're doing the best we can as far as to get you guys information. We love you guys. Rich loves each and every one of you who has donated, each and every one of you who has reached out, each and every one of you that has actually put money right directly on his books, each and every one of that has sent in books. We've had some books come in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So uh, each and every one of you, of his family members that has contacted us, I'm just very, very thankful for your continued love and support. As you see, this is stressful and strained, and even Rich and I, go through it as far as, just this is very stressful. This is very stressful, and it's real. It's real. And maybe it's a little bit too real. That's all right. That's all right. But imagine living through it. Imagine living through it. For you to have given so much to this city, to have everything you've done be compromised. And I'm just going to go off with this. My son graduated from Lower Merion High School 2020. The same year his hero passed. Not only that, that same year, no graduation, no walk down the aisle, no prom, no school trip, no yearbook signing. Okay? Not nobody calling your name in the auditorium as they call your name as you walk across the stage. We love to do that as Black people. They tell you to wait till all the names is called. Shoot, that ain't happening. None of that for every child that graduated in 2020. Okay, it's not just still I rise. Still, we all rise. Now, I'm just going to leave it on Maya Angelou since you got a quarter. And I said a couple of her quotes. She's the real deal. And I'm thankful that she was chosen to be put on that. I mean, I would love it to be in other ways as well. But it's a series, and I'm glad that she's a part of it. It's not about what you say that people remember. I know I'm chopping up the quote. It's how you make them feel. They always remember that. So I'm never going to forget how that lady humiliated me in that store. I'm never going to forget how then on top of that, an officer came up and didn't even watch the video, threw his hands up and went and sat in his car and played on the radio. Further humiliating me as a citizen and a patron of that store, a very good one as well. I don't feel no type of way about bringing it back something that was already messed up, because if you did your detective work, you would see that that freezer has always been on the brinks. And I'm not going to sit up there and take an L when I buy something, which I know that I know what it's supposed to taste like and I know what it's supposed to look like when I get it out and it doesn't look like that and it's already melted, like it's already creamy and melted, like no, that is not anything. So what am I supposed to do? Okay, since everybody got all the answers, the customer just supposed to take it out. You're supposed to just see. My whole thing is, if that was the case and I had to take an L over those items, I really wouldn't have never. You don't have to see. This is what they don't like. This is what they got to be like George Jefferson and kick you out of someplace. And I'm telling you, I will never come back here. And that's what making them upset. Not at this location. Your loss. Check my rewards card number before you say I don't spend thousands of dollars in the location. Okay? They'll say all things, but I'm telling you who I really am. I am a woman that daggone near started by herself, started a company, Pop Records. Had multiple artists have their careers in my hands, in this company's hands, and multiple artists waiting to get in. That is the reality of the thing. See, they control on the line, but I'm still asking this fool, do you have a something you want to promote? You got the stage now, still looking after. And these people are ravenous racists. Come on now, and trolls. You cannot play where it's not a place to be played. Okay, this is not a play area of my life. This is very serious. And that's the way I'm taking it. And it just seemed like it's a running theme. And this is what I'm really going to go off of. I'm going to go, it's just seemed like a running theme. Because it wasn't that girl who went on that date with that guy on a dating app. They had to pressure them to do anything to help her. And her family now has a GoFundMe up to get some type of internal investigation. So my whole thing is, why is that a running theme? Don't you think that the people want to have faith in their law enforcement? Come on now, God today. Don't you think when we actually have our sons and daughters on the daggone force, don't you think that we want to believe in you and believe in the law and believe in the Constitution? Don't you think that? Okay? Stop playing games. Stop playing games. Y'all have turned against the citizens allegedly. This wake up your eyes. Half of this situations is it be some business calling on regular citizens and they come in like the Terminator, literally. Wasn't that the situation in, what was it, Atlanta? When the guy was sitting in the daggone Wendy's sleep? Come on now. It just seemed like a running theme. Do we have the protection that we think we have? I don't know. It just seems like a lot of people are just burnt out with the situation. I know that it's nonstop. Okay, but we got to, when I say let's work together, they don't want to hear that. No, let's just keep on harassing innocent people. Let's just keep on turning a blind eye to half the things that's going on. Let's just keep on. No, that model is not working. We got to find a better way. That's one of the lines that I wrote in American Dream by Shauna Lee. We got to find a better way. I'm not with no Black Lives Matter. I'm not with no until, and that's good for their organizations. But to be honest, none of those organizations have even reached out to me. So, I mean, it's been other organizations. So I don't have to sit up there and cape or try to do for anybody. Okay. I'm pretty much open. That's what I'm saying. How can you sit up there and try to talk and target a person who's very open to whoever comes their way with some sensible stuff? No, we're just going to keep continuing trying to play you crazy. You crazy. Whatever. But then out of the same side of the mouth, you telling me about little 20-something-year-olds injuries. I thought I was old and decrepit. What happened? How, Sway? Okay, don't put your hands on people and you don't have to worry about anything happening to anything or anybody. Isn't that what Rich Long said? Isn't that the same thing he said that y'all turned a blind eye to and locked him up? Y'all came and got him. So I don't have no faith. Like I said, if I'm not here anymore, my partner will be taking over because you see what's going on. And they may then go get him. Who knows? Who knows? This is real. This is real. Play time is over. Go to other channels for that play stuff. You want the real? It's right here on Keeping People Real TV. Salute to Rich Long. He endured more than most, and it messes with your mental. And I pray that these people who have a person that's been signed out release for months, okay, they cry and cry and cry if they even have to do one day. But they'll toss us in for the smallest little things, for even just calling them on the phone to report a crime. That's why I said, so what can you do at that point in time? What can you do? But keep on moving. You like my freestyle? Yes. Yes. I told you I already had that written. I knew what I wanted to do. I just didn't record it yet. And you see, if you go to my page, Mama Bear Queen 215, make sure you guys go over there and follow me. You will see a lot of freestyles I did, even one mixing Teddy Pendergrass with Love TKO. We're doing a freestyle of that. I told you I went to college with Teddy Pendergrass's son, and now it's Teddy Pendergrass the third. Now goes to Lower Marion. God, today. Like Vicky Diller say, see, I don't have a problem with I see, my whole thing is I don't have a problem with giving props where props is due. I quote a lot of people. I quote Tariq Nasheed. I quote you know what I'm saying, Vicky Dillard, because I love that saying, God today. Because when I'm saying it, I'm saying it not for entertainment. I'm actually calling on God today to bring some light and some revelation to this situation. And I had, like I said, when I told a Caucasian lady this situation, She said it brought her chills. And God bless me. That's why I said it's not about black and white. And Tupac told you that. It's not about black and white. It's about people who choose to open their eyes and people who turn a blind eye to what really is going on. A lot of this stuff, a lot of this temperature, a lot of this mood, a lot of this stuff could be easily turned around into a positive direction. Somebody doesn't want that. Okay? Even that situation in that store. That cop didn't have to come to berate me. So I implore you guys, if anything happened to me, you get that body cam that he told me all in my faces. I'm just standing there doing nothing unarmed. Okay? That he has. And it will bring a tear to your eye to see a black man talk to a black woman like that in front of a white man who showed me respect. See, I don't have a problem. I'm not just all, oh yeah, we're going to get white people, we're going to get this. No, I get exactly who needs to get. You know what I'm saying? That is it. No. I don't have no type of, because that's, if he knows how to act, come on, then you definitely should. And you should be ashamed of your daggone self. All them. The reason, now I see why we're not treated the way we're supposed to be treated. We now see, that's maybe God is showing me and enlightening me on why we're maybe it starts from within. Maybe that's what we need to look at, not the people. Maybe we need to look at the people in the situations that sit up there and co-sign and they're extra hard. Didn't they say that, do that in what was that movie? Yeah, yes, they go above and beyond to show that they're separate and they're this and they're that and they're on that side. There's no sides here. We're all in this together. And that's the reality of the situation. We are all in this bubble together. There's no sides. How many times have I said on this line, don't let them skew my words. You see, don't let them tell you something that's, that was other than what your own two eyes see. A non-criminal black woman who's just trying to help people. And that has been victimized, my family, over and over and over again. And I do not deserve it. And I have no qualms about saying that. That situation could have easily, even if you weren't going to do anything. See, my thing is, why does it always have to be us to be acting a silly fool and to be disrespectful to our own? Okay, so that's, I just got a revelation, but I'm not going to say it on this line because, like I said, maybe that's why we get treated the way we do by other people, is because we have insiders, okay, that sit up there and they will show other people how to treat us. So instead of coming to the situation, he could have been completely neutral and but like I said, that's not what they do. They come into situations when a store owner call, guns are blazing. So how many times do we have to see this and know that we're not protected in certain ways? And our word and our things don't mean anything when it comes against these corporations and these businesses. Let's be real. Like I said many of times, if it wasn't for me coming towards the people, nothing would have gotten moved anywhere in this situation. Still we rise, people. Dr. Maya Angelou says, still We rise. But she said, still I rise. But I want to make it more inclusive because I love each and every one of you guys, and I thank you guys for your support. This is very stressful. You can see from the time that I started, from the time now that, I've lost so much weight, so stressed out. I can see, they trying to get me to look, you know what I'm saying? Come on. I know they trying to, is that the trick? That must be the trick. Trying to get me to, you know, uh-uh. You know, right is right and wrong is wrong. I don't have the time to sit up here and play around with someone, because no, like I said, don't test the waters, guys. Please do not. But I guarantee you, without a second thought, if someone put their hands on them or somebody they love, I guarantee you they would not sit up there and be trying to wonder what they had on or the return policy. I guarantee you. That's all I'm gonna say. Still we rise. I love you guys. And like I said, in this don't judge me by nobody else. Judge me by the words I'm saying. In my real life, I have no issues with white people. None. I mean, I've actually done plenty of business, as you see. Mike Peters, VP of sales, my company, we executive produce that show. Make sure you go over to Keep Swimming with Ashton. Make sure that she is a 4-time gold medal Special Olympics winner. And so she earned her right to now be an expert and have her own podcast. So we're really pushing her and we're really producing it. And as you see, we're going to have guests. I'm in talks right now. My company is in talks with a lacrosse player who wants to come on the show. So please keep a lookout for new episodes. That's why I said all things could be simultaneously happening at the same time. You could be talking that I'm this, I'm that, I'm that, and that, and I could and I could actually be doing X, Y, and Z. You could be talking that I'm calling me ABC, and I could be doing X, Y, and Z all at the same time. So that's why I said, are people going to now go with their ears or go with their eyes? Now we see that they haven't went with their eyes. Because Mr. Conowich can see that there's no fire and say fire. So, but when we say arrest him, they can't believe that either. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. It's going on 3 hours. I said I was gonna wrap it up at 2, and now it's 3. I love you guys truly and honestly, I really love you guys. Everybody who around me and my company, they know the love is real, they know the work is real, and they see the results. You keep on moving. Make sure you check out my freestyle that I wrote. Yes. And I'll go through that. Maybe that'll be my topic on the next podcast. And because I can't go into how and what was the thought behind the thoughts behind that freestyle. And actually the part of the section of song that I selected was specific, the intro, the outro, you know what I'm saying, and producing it all. And I'm not here to be a lyricist, but there's lessons in the lyrics. Okay? I'm not here to be an artist. Being a lyricist is something different. I'm not here to be an artist, but there's messages in the lyrics, and that is being an MC and a lyricist. It ain't about being a superstar. So I'm very grounded and I'm very good with where I am. Thank you. I love you guys. Justice for Rich Long. Till next time.